Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where last episode we took a little bit of a beating. There was a couple of factors involved in that. There was some bad luck, to be sure. There was some greedy positioning, to be sure. And there was also a little bit of overconfidence, which kind of got smacked down the moment I saw that Orion. So, that happened. But now we need to work on some recovery, and of course our stealth is kind of irreparably weakened, at least for now. We might be able to recover it a little bit later, but, I mean, it'll be slower. But at the same time, it'll do a little less damage too, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it'll be a little bit tougher, because we won't have the XL engine for the potential engine crits. At any rate, we need to go make some money. One skull destroy base with pretty good salvage. I'll accept this. And let's see here. This is 2 priority salvage for 100k. That's worthwhile. 1 priority salvage for 100k, which is less worthwhile. I think we'll leave it here. And we are going to be bringing the Panther. The Panther, of course, is just artillery at this point. Just got a thumper in there. And I think we'll just go ahead and deploy this. And the cat started going nuts at the door immediately, so while this is loading, I'm going to go let her in, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back just in time for the briefing to load. Wonderful. I apologize for that quick AFK there, but sometimes the cat is sufficiently demanding that she gets what she wants. In fact, that's most of the time, let's be honest. So we need to destroy enemy structures and escape. Artillery is going to be pretty good at that, I would think. Commander, Capellan leadership has been taking an increasingly hard line against local government-affiliated corporate interests in the Rimward periphery. Capellan leadership has recently authorized the military introduction of assets and resources from our corporate allies. Affiliates, rather. Their behavior is tantamount to theft and cannot go unpunished. We need you to send a message back to them by destroying one of their munitions factories on Kostrovia. This sort of tit-for-tat never works out well for us. Or rather, never works out well, but it means steady work for us. We have some allies, and we need to destroy this factory. Let's go. What do we got for allies, actually? We're kind of right in front of this cliff. We've got a Rotunda recon vehicle with a large laser. We've got a hover tank over here. That's got a PPC and an SRM-4. I think there's one more over here somewhere. But I don't, strictly speaking, know where it is. Okay, well, let's move a bit forward. The base is over here. Ooh, that's very close together. Artillery will be quite effective here. Interesting. Okay. We're going to close in. Actually, we're going to close in over this way.
I'll do what I can.
The stealth is still pretty speedy, honestly. I mean, it's not quite as quick as it was, but it gets the job done, I think. Okay. That's a J. Edgar. That is not much in terms of support. Okay, that gave us a contact. And that's a light laser turret. I'm okay with that. Okay. Enemy turn. Let's go. Oh. Some sort of a ballistic turret, I think. Oh, that's an Owens over there? But I think there was a ballistic turret that fired at us but missed. Oh, this is a cliff here. That's very awkward. I mean, we can jump down it. It's not a big deal. Most of our mechs can anyway. And do we take these odds? I think we avoid the SRM.
Confirmed.
And just fire like that.
Commander.
And then we also jump in with the PPC.
Firing jump jets.
And we'll see if we make some hits here. Okay, a couple of hits. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about a light laser turret at this distance. That's a mongoose. Okay.
Yeah?
We're going to close in over this way, I think, with the Panther.
Confirmed.
The question is, do we fire the Thumper at the light turret, at the mongoose, at the Owens, or at one of these buildings? We have 20 rounds, right? I feel like we should probably fire it at the mongoose here. That's 403. Compare that to 620 armor on the Owens. Yeah, the mongoose is definitely the weaker target.
I'm taking the shot.
Okay. Very minor damage there. That's a galleon. Roger that. I'm not too frightened by this.
I'm your spaniel.
The Stalker is going to make its way up over this way. And I think we eliminate this light turret chassis. Fantastic.
There's one less annoyance for us.
Indeed it is. So we then, of course, see the garrison here. Or at least 3/4 of it. We don't know if this is the full garrison or not. We also know there's at least one more turret there and there. Okay. A J. Edgar rounds out the defense lance. That's not too frightening.
They got a lock on me.
Oh, hang on a moment. That's a Saladin. Okay. Noted. There's a barrage incoming over here, of course. What just happened? Yeah, so there's a Capellan support lance, as well as a base garrison.
Damn it! I took one in the meat.
That's rude. Okay. So those are possibly missile turrets. That's an Scout there.
To go.
We're going to close in with our stealth over this way.
Moving out.
And we are going to see about potentially shooting this galleon. Just checking hit odds here. That's a Gauss emplacement. That's kind of got to go. I think we'll fire on the galleon.
Target confirmed.
Okay. Decent hit there.
Yes, boss.
Time Lord 88, I kind of want you to also make for cover.
Double time.
And fire your lasers on the galleon. I don't expect much out of that. Yeah, absolutely nothing.
Failed to connect.
And I also expect them to get out of our barrage here. Okay, they tagged the Vulcan. That makes me a little sad.
Ready for orders.
The Stalker is going to step forward over here.
Onward.
And I think our target here needs to be the Gauss emplacement. Unless we have just way better hit odds on something else. Not one of these buildings. They are not high priority targets right now. Yeah, our odds on that galleon are not great. The J. Edgar's way worse. Gauss emplacement it is.
Locking on.
Okay, reasonable armor reduction. The Oscout just moved into the barrage location, which is intriguing. They now have 3 vehicles in there. Perhaps a 4th? Yeah, there's 4. They might move 1 or 2 out. Did they just move the galleon in there? Hang on a moment. No, they moved the... Wait, that's the Saladin. The galleon is right on that edge. It may get hit by that.
Standing by.
Fascinating. We're going to bring the Panther... Oh, minefield on the way? Honestly, the Panther can just stay where it is. And then we can drop a thumper, say, on this Owens. Okay. Decent armor reduction there. And this barrage is probably going to do quite a lot, since they don't seem to be too keen on exiting the barrage area. Okay, the J. Edgar did leave the barrage area. Ow. Rude.
I'm under heavy fire.
Well, that did less than I was hoping, if I'm honest.
Standing by.
Time Lord 88 is going to work on closing in a little bit over here.
Roger. Full speed.
And is going to, I think, fire on the galleon here. Going for a kill shot.
Roger.
Very nice.
Reporting 1 less vehicle. What do you need?
And then the Vulcan is probably going to jump out over this way for an additional evasive pip.
Engaging jump jet.
Right to there. And then probably hit the Oscout. Realistically, yeah.
Got it.
Okay, nice damage to that Oscout. And the Oscout backed off. That's fine. We'll see what else they do here. Very little, apparently. Yep, so far, a whole lot of nothing. I'm guessing Ace Pilot on the J. Edgar. Actually, no.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so that's Minefield on the way. But we could park the Stalker right
Moving to
here.
position.
We could go for the Gauss emplacement again, and we'd probably kill it, but it doesn't appear to have any ammo left. So I'm not sure that that really, strictly speaking, matters. There's the Wasp that we'd have 20% hit odds against. What about the Oscout here? 10%. Yeah, I think we go for the Wasp here.
Acknowledge.
Some damage there. Not the best, but some. No damage on that Saladin, sadly. Wasp moves through the fire. Fires on the Vulcan does very little. I guess it put a tag on it. Or no, the tag was previously applied. Okay. Saladin moves in, fires on the stealth, does nothing. Can we back off here? I mean, this is minefield on the way. I think we accept this, though. If we sprint, we can get turned and get this mech into cover. We took some damage in the legs, but I think this is better than just being completely exposed. We could attack ground. Perhaps somewhere like here. And hit 3 targets with our thumper.
Copy that.
There we go. Sadly, it didn't show us how much damage it actually did.
Light damage.
Yeah, that's what's expected. That J. Edgar panicked. That's not a great sign. Okay. Our turn. Now, the Vulcan can get in behind the Wasp. This is only 2 evasive pips here. We're going to do it. We're also going to Vigilance here. And then we're going to backstab this Wasp a little. This actually could very well kill if we hit in the center torso rear with the Snubnose PPC.
Copy that.
But no, we missed. Okay, fair enough. But we Vigilanced this so that we would get braced, because I'm fully expecting that the Vulcan is going to take some hefty damage here. Just like that. The Vulcan is exposed, and so we expect that they focus their fire on it.
How's it going?
Hence, the Vigilance. We're going to sprint the Stealth up over here. Let's see, what are the effects? Suffer an additional 20% damage when hit due to the Spore's effects. We can't really jump in behind this guy, sadly, without being in the Spore field. I think we're going to take the risk here. The Stealth is still completely maxed out in terms of its armor. But we're going to Vigilance the Stealth as well. And now, we're going to light up the Wasp, and hopefully, this will be a kill shot. There we go.
Target neutralized.
That's what we're looking for.
I will be done.
Okay, the Stalker is going to fire... That's a Calliope up over there. That's fine. Just looking at hit odds here. That's a mine turret there. What are our hit odds on these?
Acknowledged.
What? How did we move there? Okay, whatever. The mine turret is out of its ballistic weaponry. I think we go for this Calliope. Well, maybe not. Maybe we should go for the Oscout, even though our hit odds aren't the greatest. Any armor reduction would be very useful.
Locked and loaded. Here it comes.
Okay. We'll take it. Yeah, you're not going to hit the Saladin at that point. That's not going to be very useful, ever. So we've got the Owens, which has some rear armor. The Oscout just retreated up over that direction, though. That's fascinating. Just checking our best point for the Thumper. Obviously, this would be like our ideal point for the Thumper, but I want to be able to get through these actually threatening enemies.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
So we'll just lay down some fire over there. The Saladin just closed in. That's a little bit fascinating of a choice. Because that gives us some interesting options here. They also didn't hit the Vulcan nearly as hard as I thought they would. Kind of going after this J. Edgar, which I'm 100% okay with. That's more like what I was expecting.
This isn't looking too good.
Yep, fully expected that miss. Okay, our turn. So, basically, actually literally all of the damage, other than a tiny amount, has been in the leg.
Yes,
And that is which leg? That is our... Actually, we're moving our stealth right now. So we want to move our stealth over this direction, but I want to jump it to face something like this. And now we'll light up the Saladin, and the Saladin will probably die here. Wonderful.
enemy vehicle destroyed.
Now, this is the right leg that is currently exposed, which means that we want to be facing this way. So we want to come over here as best we can.
Here we go.
And do something like this. 4 evasive pips. We're facing our right leg away from all of them. And then do we go for the Calliope? Or do we go for the Oscout? It's about the same. The PPC is more likely to hit the Calliope. That said, if we hit the Oscout, I think it'll be more useful. And we did not. I'm not hugely surprised. That was mostly a defensive move. Okay, J. Edgar is not going to take any damage there. The Owens is still on fire. It fired on the Vulcan, but it only did 1 damage. It put on a tag, but we kind of don't care. The only thing that really is going to help is the Calliope. Which, in theory, isn't going to take out this leg. I don't know if the theory is accurate or not, but that's the gamble we're going with.
Standing by.
Okay, the Panther is going to go ahead and drop a thumper round right here, where we can hit 2 targets.
Roger.
And just do a little damage there. Excellent. Oscout moves up over there. Fascinating.
Standing by.
It's some interesting choices that we've got here. But I think, overall, we go for the Owens. Not as much damage as I was hoping for, but about what could be expected, realistically. Okay. Kind of awkward that they're attacking like this, but that's fine. More damage on that J. Edgar. And I'm perfectly fine with that. The Vulcan going, or rather the Calliope going for the J. Edgar, that's pretty ideal for us. We can jump in behind the Owens here, and so we shall. Our hit odds aren't tremendous, but they might be enough. Odds are not great, but they might be. Actually, the PPC hit there, which was almost enough. We're going to also jump in with the stealth. And yes, we are turning our side arc available to this light mine turret, which does have 2 ballistic weapons. We're relying on our evasive pips to deal with that, ideally. Okay. We hit the leg with the PPC. That's not ideal.
on it.
Yeah, that was very not ideal against the Owens. I mean, it's taken a lot of damage. That's for sure. But it is pretty much time to put a cut in here. Yeah, that's pretty much what we expected there. It is pretty much time to put a cut in here, though. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I'll see you all next time when we finish this particular mission.